What should what should a I'm gonna do this two sides, okay? If I'm starting my business, okay, if I'm starting my barbershop and I'm opening my salon, I just start. I'm very raw. So what should I looking for in qualities, in personality, behavior, to build my team very strong, structured?
Were you hiring?
When you're hiring, and the other side, if I already have a business set, a business all set up, it's been going for years, and then I have a lot of turnovers, and both sides. Can you explain how is?
Yes. Oh, happily. Yeah, happily. And it is going to bring us back to what we talked about before of your awareness of yourself as a leader and how much you're investing in your own skills and diversifying your own motivational and communication styles. So there isn't necessarily a quick fix for this, right? These are complicated issues because we're looking for people who have the skills for the job. And that's one piece. I'm a big fan of like behavioral interviewing. So asking people what they've done in the past, ask for actual examples of what they've done versus hypothetical, what would you do, right? Because past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior. And you can use that same technique for figuring out how they handle challenging communication situations too. So, really finding out of like, okay, well, tell me about a difficult client you've had before, or tell me about a time you didn't get along with somebody, that worked in the barbershop with you. And then, tell me about how that you handled that. So we can start to get a sense of what their behaviors are. And then again, we've got to be really clear about what's most important to us because that gives us the direction, right? If everything's important, then nothing's important, right? So we've got to get really clear in an interview of what are our non-negotiables. So honesty might be something that you could ask about, right? In an interview because it's that important. And it also does set the tone for your culture, right? When you're hiring, the interview is the first step of building a relationship with these people. So I'm always about like treat this as the beginning of a relationship that's going to last, even though you're only going to hire one of, maybe 10 people you talk to. Still, that one interview with them is the beginning of your relationship. So it's really important to show up, as yourself. Because like you said, the leader is that is really everything else is a reflection of the leader. So, if you're not doing the interviews yourself, make sure your team is showing up representing your core values. What is most important to you and represent that in the interview. So especially now, I think, it's that mindset is changing. It used to be like, oh, you should be lucky if we hire you. No, like you show up and represent your culture because most of the time, right, people want to go where they're having an enjoyable experience, right? Life is short. We don't want to be in a place where we're miserable. So show off your culture. If you can build it, show it off, and select based on those things that are important to you. If you're new to your business, I do think it's very important to have a diversified communication style. I think if you're new to your business, it's really important to surround yourself with a core team who you have similarities. You don't want to always be efforting at those relationships in the beginning because you're going to have so much else going on with your startup. Yeah. So find people who are a good match with you, that you genuinely connect with. And then also, make sure that you screen them appropriately, right? Don't just hire people because you like them and they're like you. That can be dangerous. You need people who have additional strengths that you don't have. So don't get too caught up in that. So as you move forward in your business, then I really recommend, look at the diversity of your team in terms of how they communicate, right? Do you have people who are fun and creative and bring the liveliness? Do you have people who are nurturing and caring and remember everybody's birthday and make sure that everybody gets their lunch order included, right? Those are strengths and skills. Do you have other people who make sure that we're on time, that the scheduling is being managed? We need all of those strengths, right? Do we have people who have strong beliefs that are going to make sure like, oh, no, like we don't, that's not how we do things here, that are going to reinforce your culture. All of these are strengths, right? Even, for people we might think in the barbershop industry or salons, people who are quiet, that maybe it's not a fit, but that's not necessarily true. Some people, a chair in the back, and they have clients who don't want to talk either, right? There are a lot of introverts in the world who still need to get their hair done.
Yes, the same is very true.